All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the bench. Now, what we have today is I'm going to do another quick product review of some additional coal loads I received from someone who reached out to me via email. So thank you very much for doing that, Morgan. Now, this company I'm going to show you and some of their various coal loads, and they have other loads as well, is, and I apologize, I'm handheld here, so I'm going to try to do this the best I can. The company is MKG Models, and you can see the email, and I'll put it on the system so you can pause it and stuff, but it's m.and.k.griffith@gmail.com. And it's Morgan and his wife, Kendra, and they make really, really cool products. So I want to just kind of show you what they are, what he sent me, and what I have installed here on some models at the bench. So he makes various coal loads as well as other loads, and I will post those so you can see some photographs of them, because I do have pictures he sent me of steel coils, flanged pipe, and a pipe load. So those are additional things you can get. They are a small, I'll call them mom and pop. It's Morgan and his wife, Kendra. Just the two of them, kind of a garage operation. These are 3D printed designs, and I like them. I think they're pretty cool. They're a good, in all honesty, they're a good competitor, I think, for the Bowser loads, which I do have, which is, where is it? It's way over here, because I was doing that myself. I was comparing them. This here is one of the Bowser loads, 1503, and see, I put a magnet in the back of it. That is for the GLA cars, and Morgan did send me some of those, which we have in front of me, right? Yeah. So here is what I was really after. This is the coal load for a GLA and for the H21, both from Bowser. So he sent those over to me, and what I did, you can see they fit in there real nice. They were finished just like that. I don't know just yet. I asked Morgan. I do believe when you buy them, you get them like this. So I apologize if the light, these are white, isn't perfect on them, but hopefully you can see. That's a coal load. I believe you get them like this, 2 to a pack, and he's got the prices $3, which, if that's true, that's a freaking steal. You need to raise your prices, Morgan. So what I'm going to do, again, he sent me these as well. That's a H21 blank, and this is GLA blank, and this is an H21 blank. So I'm going to try to finish them for you here. You won't see it, but I'll do it. I'm going to take them out. I'm going to spray paint them gloss black, at least on the back. And then what I may do is I'm going to paint this side with some Vallejo gloss black paint, sprinkle some coal on it. I have some, I think, Scenic Express coal, although you can use whatever you like. See if that adheres a little bit. Then probably come back and do some, put a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on it, or sprinkle some more on isopropyl to break the surface tension, and then put some diluted Mod Podge on it. That's what I usually do for this kind of stuff. So we'll see how those two work. But I think, again, that's how you get them. So I have the regular coal, and you can put on, if you buy them like this, you can put on whatever you want, but he sent me a regular coal load, which are these two. He also sent me mine run coal, which are those two. And this is actually a Rapido GLA car, and it fits fine. So just want to show you that. Now, what I did do on the back side of what Morgan sent me is I put on magnets. And I've kind of settled on using magnets from this company here, K&J Magnetics. That's the adhesive dot. That's the bag I have. But their magnets are really, really nice. It's these little buggers right here. These are strong little bastards. And I'm telling you, they will suck up stuff around the bench that you didn't realize was magnetic. So they go on the back. These are the, what I'm currently using, these adhesive dots. They go on the magnet, and I figure out, which side's got to be up. And I have this handy dandy little thumbtack magnet that I also purchased from K&J. I got a bunch of these. They're kind of cool. And basically all you do is, like, for example, this, pulls up to the coal dock, and there's the load. So you come in with the magnet. I'm going to try to do this here, and then boom, it comes right out. Now, don't mark, that's my mess on the back. I tried to mark these so I know what they are. Because you get a bunch of these all together, it's like, what the hell car does this go to? All right, so that's the magnet for that. And I have the magnet for the back one. Let me see if I can, boom. So you just go along and you put them right out. These cars aren't my favorite because they have that load inside of them. But, and then for the mine run, same thing. Come along, boom, pull them right out. So basically you get them on the dock, and you can just go across and go bing, 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 and pull the loads right out. Put them in a little storage bin, then you have your empties. This comes out of the, boom, that's the Rapido. The difference from the Rapido is it's got those cross braces in there. And it's got wire, lift rings, all that kind of good stuff. But they're expensive cars compared to the Bowser car, which is all cast on and doesn't have the interior. So what's perfect? I don't know, but I like them both. Now, like I said, so these go into the car. It's hard to do with one hand and holding the camera and try not to shake it and make people seasick. And okay, oh, I gotta switch hands here. Sorry. Okay, so that fits in. The other mine run fits in. Now, these cars aren't perfect because they had old loads in them that I ripped out, so there's some gunk along the side of it. You probably want to do it on a nice, car that you just finished up weathering or without all that junk inside. But they do fit right in. And then their other load into the Bowser car, GLA car. Boom. There you go. Now, you may need to take the loads, at least these, because, well, and probably ones that you may finish yourself because you have coal and, some glue on the outside and whatnot. I have a little sanding stick that I just went around, around the sides just to kind of break the edges and whatnot. You might need to do that to get them to pop in. But other than that, they work great. And he also did send me these other loads. This is a load for a Bowser 55 ton, which I don't have, but I assume that'll, pop right in there. And then he sent me a gravel load, again, for a GLA. You see I put a magnet on the back of it, and that'll pop right into the car. So that's nice. In fact, what the heck? Let's have a little bit of fun, shall we? I'll take that load out. The magnet, take this, and put that gravel load in the car. Boom. There you go. Loaded up and ready to rock and or roll on your layout. So, and again, with the magnet, boom. Pull it right out. Down. There you go. All right. So those are the loads from MKG Models. And again, just remember, it is him and his wife, Morgan and Kendra. So give them a chance. You might want to try them out. Send them a note, send them an email to their email address. Tell them what you may be interested in. Like I said, he says he can make anything for any car. I asked him some questions. So let me just kind of read to you what he sent me right from the horse's mouth. All right. So if he catches at a show, that we usually do $3 a pack. But they do run specials. All right. So again, I'm assuming, I don't know for certain, the $3 a pack is 2 of the unpainted versions. I believe so. I'm not positive. Because if they're, I'll be honest with you, if they're the painted, with the coal on and everything, at $3 each, yeah, I'm going to buy about 100 of them. All right. So they're currently working toward a whole bunch of different options that they can do for people. What they do have, oh, I'm sorry, he says, I can make a custom fit coal, iron ore, or wood chip load for any hopper. He's got flange pipes, stacked pipe loads, steel coils, steel beams, wooden crates, and various sizes of lumber loads. So there's a lot there. So you might want to, if you need something, reach out and talk to him and find out. And again, I'm going to show you the pictures of the ones that I have that he attached to the email he sent me that are some of the other loads that he's got. Okay, the lumber loads are made with real wood fibers in them to make them a touch more realistic. That's cool. My wife, that would be Kendra, weathers some to add to it, but we also like to let people do their own thing. So that's why I say that you're probably getting them at $3 a pop, a pair for this. And then you do whatever you want to do to them. And probably other loads as well. You can paint them flat, you can add some rust, you can, make them brand new, whatever you want to do. All right, so again, wants to pass on that they are a small operation at the moment. They're basic. They want modelers to add their own touch, which is cool. That's what we do. And orders placed during late spring and summer will be completed more quickly. So again, like anyone, people get busy and whatnot. So there you go. So that is the MKG Models coal loads. Very nice. I know I babbled on for a bit here, and I do apologize. Hopefully this worked out okay, and you could actually see what they are. So again, there's the magnet on the back of that messy that's my fault, not Morgan's. The GLA. I'm going to pop that in the car with one hand carefully without shaking the camera. Boom, there you go. So that is it in the car. And again, that's what he calls the regular coal. You can put whatever you want on it. And I am going to, real quick, I'm going to take these up. I'm going to paint them gloss black. And then I'm going to, paint the top with the Vallejo black, add some of the coal that I have, and see how they work out. And then probably have to finish it. That might take a little bit of a while, but you're not going to know that because you're watching the video. It's going to look like it happened instantly. So, all right, let me get on these two, see what can be done, and we'll see how they look at the end. Okay, we're back here at the bench. Now, what I did was I took two of those coal loads and I sprayed them just some cheap gloss black spray paint that you buy at the hardware store. I don't know, Krylon or whatever the heck. It doesn't matter. And they look pretty good. So now what I'm going to do over here, I have a hopper that I'm working on. This is a Bowser New York Central version. And all I did on this, just to show this since I have it out, is I put a little bit of coal in the bottom and I put a little bit of ammo pigment. And then I secure it with a wee little bit, because this stuff's expensive as hell, this pigment fixer. And that works pretty good. And the only reason I'm really showing that is because what I used to put in it is this little batch of coal that I have from Scenic Express. That's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to use this on these two coal loads. So what I'm going to do, I have my normal scenery stuff here in the back. This is Mod Podge diluted with water and a little bit of ISO in it. That's wet water, which I think I go at about, I go 50-50, 70%, and the rest water. Just kind of break the surface tension. So I'm going to take this, and it settles after a while, because I haven't done scenery in a long time, and it gets nice and gooey. So what I'm going to do is take some of that gooiness before I really mix it, and just kind of lather it on the top of these. Sprinkle on some of the coal to get it started. Then come back with this mixed up and probably a little bit, wet water and some of that, and then kind of flow it over it after I add maybe a little bit more of the coal. So, gonna give it a whirl, and let's see how it works. Okay, real quick. So here is the back one, done with some of the chunky, thicker stuff, and the front one I already did that, and I sprinkled on some of the coal. So now I'm going to go ahead and just, well, you can see it's just hard to do with a camera, but it ain't rocket science, guys. You just kind of sprinkle on the coal. Like I said, that kind of gets it stuck on there. I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to mix up the diluted Mod Podge so it's kind of a nice homogeneous mixture, and then probably break the tension with a little bit of the wet water, and then put some more coal on, whatever, and seal it up. And then I have it on wax paper. Just, I don't know if it's going to help or not, but I did. And you can see I kind of brushed away the remnants that were hanging over the edge. Just in case, I just don't want that to seal up and then, you know, rip off what's on the load itself. Is it going to matter? I do not know. I don't do this a whole lot, so. But that's all I'm going to do. So all right, so I'm just going to continue along here, get these done, and we'll see what they look like. All right, the back load is done. A little bit of the mixed up stuff now. And again, these these pipettes I've had for freaking years and years. I don't know, it's like that old warm whoopee, you know what I mean? Just don't want to get rid of it. So all I did was take some of the wet water. Let's grab a little bit. I'm going to try to do this. I don't know if I can do it with looking through the camera. And then just come down the car. I don't want to go crazy on it. Again, you just want to kind of break the surface tension. Get it around. And again, I don't know if the wax paper is going to help her or not. Just kind of get it in there. Now, so it does have a layer of the heavier Mod Podge underneath it. The back side here. Again, you can use whatever you want. Again, I use the wet water mixture that I read about, you know, years ago. I think I go 50%, 70% isopropyl and 50% water, I think. And then this is, I don't know what this mixture is. I just kind of throw it together until I look at it. See, again, let me get this. Like I said, this is this pipette's ancient. And then very carefully, let me try to show this and look. And I don't want to go too crazy, because if you get it really, 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 really soaked, all the stuff will flow out of it. And I'm trying to avoid that, just to kind of keep it on the coal load itself. And of course, if you miss a spot, you can always come back and fix it. And that's why you paint it black, because if you look through it and there's a spot that, let's say, something happens when I go to pull this off. Well, okay, then you fix it. Throw a little bit more on. See what happens. But again, if you got someone that's coming in here and looking at every single damn coal load as it goes by, oh, you're missing 2 scale inches right here on the top. It's like, yeah, okay. Here's the door, buddy. Get the hell out of my layout. So that's it. I'm going to let these sit. Let them dry up, maybe overnight or something like that, just to see how it goes. I might try making that into a coal pile, since I got everything out, and see what the hell happens. I don't know if it's going to come off or break apart. If I have it on the wax paper, what's it going to do? I don't know. Let's find out and see what happens, shall we? Okay, we'll be back when these dry up and see what they look like. All right, here we are. Let's finish this video up. I'm getting way too long. So the front 2 cars, they're the loads that I just did. They started off as the plain old printed ones, and I got them all finished up and in the cars. In the back there is the regular coal load that Morgan sent me in a Bowser car. This front car, this is a Rapido GLA, but they work pretty darn good. I put magnets on them already, so I could just pull them out of the cars. Like that. There's the magnet, and this is the back of the one that I printed from Morgan. There's the back, and you can see it's a Bowser or Rapido GLA. Now I did have to sand around the outside just a little bit, because I like them. Again, I want them up on the coal dock so the guy can just come along and boom, pull it right out. So this is one of the original ones that he sent me. So you can see the 2 right here. This is with the Scenic Express coal, and I'm not sure what coal Morgan may have used. But you take the one that that's the one from Morgan. This is the one that I did, or just did. Well, I mean, Morgan sent it to me. I I did up with Scenic Express coal, and it should fit into a Bowser car as well. It's hard to do. All right, try to hold the camera and get this in and not. Boom. Okay, there. So that's in. And again, I want it to be nice and boom, comes right out. Okay, so there you go. So that's the way they look when you get them done. And again, I put the spray paint on black, put some a heavier coat of Mod Podge sprinkled on the coal. Yep, that's one of them. And then put some white glue on it, and then, or I'm sorry, some wet water, which is basically isopropyl alcohol diluted. Sprinkled some more Mod Podge, sprinkled on some more of the coal, and let it set up. Oh, and here's that little pile I made, just just for the heck of it. I mean, you can do that on the layout. You don't have to make a little pile of it, but I just wanted to see if it would hold together, and it seemed to. I mean, the edges are up a little bit, but that was more for fun than anything else, just to try it. So there you go. So there's the, oh, okay, this is the original coal load from Morgan. There they are. And again, this is, there they are. I think they look pretty darn good. I'd have to give these products a thumb up because I like them. All right. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it helped a little bit. At least you can understand. And, reach out to Morgan. Definitely worthwhile. See what he can do for you. If you don't mind painting them up and doing a wee little bit of work yourself, then this is probably the way to go. You really can't beat it. So highly, highly recommended.